Retirement. We spend 40 years talking about it, dreaming about it, and looking at those little bar graphs on our 401k statements. We think of it as the finish line. But here's the truth that nobody tells you until you're actually there. Retirement isn't a finish line, it's a starting block. And if you don't have a plan for what happens after the gold watch and the farewell cake, that dream life can get very quiet very fast.
I've talked to so many people who reached the mountaintop only to realize they didn't know what to do with the view. Living your best retirement life isn't just about having enough money in the bank, though that's part of it. It's about balance. It's about health, purpose, and finally living on your own terms. So let's get real. Whether you're 6 months away from retiring or you're already 3 years deep and wondering, is this it? Here are 10 essential tips to actually thrive in your golden years. First, we have to talk about the identity shift. For decades, when someone asked, "Who are you?" you answered with your job title. I'm an engineer, I'm a teacher, I'm a manager. When you retire, that title vanishes overnight. Tip number 1 is to find your identity outside of your productivity. You are not your paycheck. This is the time to rediscover the person you were before the world told you who you had to be for a living. If you don't define yourself, the boredom will. You need to be a human being, not a human doing. Second, let's address the bucket list trap. We all have that list of big trips: Italy, the Grand Canyon, a cruise through Alaska. And yes, do those things. But you can't live on a cruise ship forever. The secret to a happy retirement isn't the big events, it's the daily rhythm. Your best retirement life is built on what you do on a random Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. If you don't enjoy your ordinary days, the extraordinary ones won't save you. Build a routine that makes you excited to get out of bed, even when you have nowhere you have to be. Third, and this is a big one, you have to stress test your social circle. Work provided us with built-in friends. When that's gone, isolation can creep in like a shadow. You have to be intentional about your community. Join a club, go to the local coffee shop, volunteer, or finally get to know the neighbors you've lived next to for 10 years but only waved at from the driveway. Loneliness is a bigger health risk in retirement than almost anything else. Don't wait for the phone to ring. You be the one to make the call. Fourth, we need to talk about the health pivot. In your 40s and 50s, you exercise to look good or lose weight. In retirement, your goal shifts. Now you're exercising for mobility and longevity. You want to be the grandparent who can actually get down on the floor to play with the grandkids, and more importantly, get back up again. Investing in a consistent, low-impact movement routine today is the best insurance policy you'll ever buy. Your body is the vehicle for all those travels you planned. Don't let the engine rust in the garage. Fifth, let's get practical with the cash flow psychology. For 40 years, you were a saver. Now you have to be a spender. For many people, this is terrifying. Seeing that balance go down instead of up can cause a lot of anxiety. Tip number 5 is to create a spending permission budget. Set aside a specific amount of money that is dedicated to fun. Not for emergencies, not for the kids. For you to enjoy. You worked for it, you earned it, and you can't take it with you. Give yourself permission to enjoy the fruits of your labor without the guilt. Sixth, find your new work. Humans are wired for purpose. We need to feel useful. But work in retirement doesn't have to be for money. It's about contribution. Maybe it's mentoring a young professional, tending to a community garden, or finally, writing that book. Find something that challenges your brain and makes you feel like you're still adding value to the world. A brain that stops learning is a brain that starts aging. Stay curious. Be a rookie at something new. Seventh, right-size your life. This isn't just about downsizing your house, though that's often part of it. It's about shedding the baggage. Do you really need that 5-bedroom house with a lawn that takes all Saturday to mow? Maybe. But maybe you'd be happier in a smaller place that allows you to travel more or spend less time on maintenance. Right-sizing is about making sure your possessions aren't owning you. Your home should be a sanctuary, not a chore. Eighth, master the art of saying no. When you retire, everyone thinks you're free. Your kids might expect full-time childcare. Every local committee will want you to join their board, and friends will want your time. It's okay to say no. This is your time. You've spent your life saying yes to bosses and obligations. Practice saying no to things that don't bring you joy, so you have the space to say a big yes to the things that do. Ninth, legacy is more than an inheritance. We often think of legacy as the money we leave behind in a will, but your real legacy is the way you live your life right now. It's the stories you tell, the values you model, and the time you spend with the people you love. Focus on living your legacy. Be the person people want to be around. Share your wisdom, not just your wealth. The memories you create with your family today will be worth far more than any bank account balance. 10th, and perhaps most importantly, be kind to yourself. There will be days when you feel lost. There will be days when you miss the chaos of your old job. There will be days when you just want to sit on the porch and do absolutely nothing. And that's okay. Transitioning into retirement is one of the biggest life shifts you will ever experience. Give yourself the grace to figure it out as you go. There is no perfect way to retire. There is only your way. If you're watching this and you're feeling a bit nervous about this next chapter, just remember, you've survived every other transition in your life. You figured out how to be an adult, how to build a career, how to navigate the world. You've got this. The best years aren't behind you. They're just waiting for you to design them. So here's my challenge for you today. Don't look at your bank account, look at your calendar. Pick one thing you've been putting off because you are too busy and put it on the schedule for next week. Not next year, next week. Thanks for spending some time with me today. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend who's about to make the leap into retirement. We're all in this together. I'll see you in the next one.